In August 2019, chaos struck Virginia County, Ireland, as the infamous Digger Gang used a stolen digger to smash through a restaurant wall, attempting to steal an ATM. Led by ex-GAA footballer Daniel O'Callaghan, the gang had stolen over €777,000 in similar daring heists across Ireland. However, law enforcement, acting on a tip-off, ambushed the gang, capturing 2 members while O'Callaghan escaped into the night. Their dramatic downfall marked the end of a reign of destruction and fear. This tale of audacity and precision underscores the relentless pursuit of justice. A new breed of criminals, the birth of the Digger Gang. To understand the Digger Gang's reign of terror, we must travel back to 2018, when their operations first came to light. This wasn't your typical group of thieves. Their leader, Daniel O'Callaghan, was no ordinary criminal. A former GAA footballer with the Crossmaglen Rangers, O'Callaghan had once been celebrated for his prowess on the field. Known for his skill and determination, he had been a hero in his community. But his turn to crime shocked and dismayed those who had once admired him. Operating out of the rural regions of South Armagh and East Monaghan, the gang capitalized on their intimate knowledge of these areas. These were regions that had experienced their share of troubles over the years, but what the Digger Gang brought was something altogether different. Their brazen tactics and blatant disregard for the law set them apart from other criminal operations. The gang's modus operandi was as simple as it was destructive. They used stolen heavy machinery to rip ATMs from the walls of businesses. The damage they left behind was catastrophic, not only in terms of financial loss, but also the psychological impact on small, close-knit communities. A trail of destruction. The gang's reign of terror began in 2018 with a series of ATM thefts that left law enforcement scrambling to keep up. Over the course of just 5 months, from late 2018 to early 2019, the Digger Gang carried out 6 ATM heists, stealing a staggering €777,000. Their targets ranged from banks and hotels to fuel stations, with no business safe from their destructive rampages. The gang's operations were calculated and efficient. Each heist was meticulously planned, often involving weeks of reconnaissance. They studied their targets in detail, noting everything from security measures to the timing of police patrols. Their preparation extended to the machinery they used. Stolen diggers and other heavy equipment were modified for maximum effectiveness, allowing them to tear through walls like paper. When the time came to strike, the gang moved quickly and decisively. Under the cover of darkness, they would drive their stolen machinery straight into their targets, reducing brick and concrete to rubble in a matter of minutes. The extracted ATMs were loaded onto getaway vehicles, and the gang would vanish into the night, leaving destruction and chaos in their wake. Fear and vulnerability in rural communities. The impact of the Digger Gang's activities was felt far beyond the immediate financial losses. For small businesses, the damage to their properties was devastating. Repair costs often ran into tens of thousands of euros, forcing some to shut their doors permanently. Even for those that managed to rebuild, the psychological toll was immense. The gang's audacious crimes shattered the sense of security in these rural communities. Residents who had once felt safe in their small towns were now gripped by fear, unsure of where the gang might strike next. The destruction left behind served as a chilling reminder of the gang's power and reach. Business owners lived in constant anxiety, knowing that their livelihoods could be wiped out in an instant. Outpacing the authorities. For law enforcement, the Digger Gang represented a unique challenge. Their operations spanned both Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, allowing them to exploit jurisdictional boundaries and evade capture. This cross-border element complicated investigations, as police forces had to navigate differing legal systems and coordinate their efforts across multiple agencies. The gang's ability to stay one step ahead of the authorities was no accident. Their meticulous planning extended to their escape routes, which often took them through remote areas where police response times were slower. They also relied on local knowledge, using hidden backroads and abandoned buildings to evade capture. Despite these challenges, law enforcement was determined to put an end to the gang's reign of terror. Recognizing the need for a coordinated approach, the Gardaí, Irish police, and the Police Service of Northern Ireland intensified their efforts, pooling resources and intelligence to track down the criminals. The turning point, August 2019. The night of August 2019 marked a critical turning point in the battle against the Digger Gang. Their target was an ATM embedded in the wall of a local restaurant in Virginia County, a seemingly routine operation for the gang. They had stolen a powerful digger and positioned it near the restaurant, ready to execute their plan. However, what they didn't realize was that law enforcement was ready for them. Acting on intelligence, police units had been strategically positioned around the area, waiting for the gang to make their move. As soon as the digger began its assault on the restaurant's wall, officers sprang into action. The resulting chaos was a stark contrast to the gang's usual precision. Realizing they had been ambushed, the gang abandoned their machinery and scattered. 2 members were captured on the spot, but their leader, Daniel O'Callaghan, managed to escape into the surrounding fields under the cover of darkness. The manhunt for O'Callaghan. The capture of 2 gang members was a significant victory, but O'Callaghan's escape meant the job was far from over. What followed was a relentless manhunt, with police combing through fields, questioning locals, and following every lead. Their efforts paid off when they discovered evidence in a dilapidated house on the outskirts of town. Displaced straw, a makeshift bed, and signs of a hasty departure indicated that someone had been hiding there. Forensic evidence collected at the scene confirmed that O'Callaghan had been there, tying him directly to the Virginia raid. This breakthrough was the turning point law enforcement needed. With O'Callaghan on the run and 2 members in custody, the gang's operations began to unravel. Justice catches up. The arrest of O'Callaghan marked the beginning of the end for the Digger Gang. Over the following weeks, police intensified their efforts, rounding up the remaining members one by one. Each arrest brought new evidence to light, further strengthening the case against the gang. The trial of Daniel O'Callaghan and his accomplices was held at Dublin's Special Criminal Court, a venue reserved for cases involving serious organized crime. The prosecution presented a damning account of the gang's activities, detailing their meticulous planning, destructive methods, and the devastating impact of their crimes. Callaghan, once a respected athlete, now faced charges of theft, money laundering, and possession of stolen cash. The evidence against him was overwhelming, with witness testimonies, surveillance footage, and forensic evidence painting a vivid picture of a criminal operation that had terrorized communities for over a year. In the end, O'Callaghan was convicted of 16 offenses and sentenced to 10 years in prison. His accomplices received similarly harsh sentences, ensuring that justice was served. The aftermath and broader implications. The downfall of the Digger Gang brought relief to the communities they had terrorized. However, the impact of their crimes continued to be felt long after their capture. For many small businesses, the financial losses were crippling, and the psychological scars left by the gang's reign of terror took time to heal. The case also highlighted the vulnerabilities in ATM security, prompting banks and local authorities to reassess their measures. Reinforced installations, increased surveillance, and other security enhancements were introduced to prevent similar crimes in the future. Perhaps most importantly, the case underscored the importance of cross-border cooperation in tackling organized crime. The gang's ability to exploit jurisdictional boundaries had initially given them an advantage, but the collaboration between the Gardaí and the Police Service of Northern Ireland ultimately proved their undoing. This case serves as a powerful reminder of what can be achieved through shared resources and intelligence. Lessons for the future. The story of the Digger Gang is a cautionary tale of how even the most calculated criminal enterprises can crumble under the weight of justice. Their audacity and precision were unmatched, but their arrogance and overconfidence ultimately led to their downfall. For law enforcement, their capture was a testament to the power of persistence and coordination. For the communities they affected, the end of the Digger Gang marked the start of a new chapter. While the scars of their crimes may never fully heal, the resilience and strength of these communities serve as a reminder that even in the face of adversity, justice can prevail. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this thrilling tale of crime and justice, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think about the daring downfall of the Digger Gang.